Let's try this again. Okay. There we are. She's like, good, this is perfect. What a happy little family.
This is really cute. You're flushed.
I'm nervous about what's about to happen.
You should be.
What up, my big beautiful BBs? It's Meghan Tonjes.
Hi, I'm Dan/Danielle. We became best friends a couple weeks ago.
So I saw a video that you made with Stevie talking about how she's a Cancer, and then I instantly got jealous because I was like, I need to have the expert come on my channel and then just remind me of why I'm a Scorpio. So whereas Stevie was like, I don't believe it, you have to prove it to me, I accept it. I just want to hear more about it.
That, my friends, is the difference between Cancer and Scorpio. There was one night where we were all talking about our signs, and Meghan would be like reading a thing about her rising, and then everyone would be like, oh yeah, and my mom, and my this, and my like deep feelings. Meghan would be like, okay, but now my moon. Scorpios are like pretty obsessed with emotional energy. I mean, emotional intimacy. And the thing about your chart, which I love, is that you're Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces.
Triple water. The internet keeps telling me triple water, and then
triple water, baby.
Praying for me.
Triple water. You're Scorpio, but you also have Cancer and Pisces in your chart. So you're like the kind of person who emotional intimacy is the number one. And also like the thing that gets your dick hard isn't like...
Tell me about my dick.
The thing that gets your dick hard.
Okay.
Isn't gonna be like somebody sending you like a picture of nudity. That's like not gonna be the thing that gets you, but it's like if you hold somebody accountable for something and they accept that, you're gonna be like, whoo!
If you tell me something that you've never told anyone, I'm like, I'm in.
Yeah, seriously.
Ooh, this is why I get in trouble in relationships, because the people that I fixate on, which are always fucking Pisces, are always people that are like,
all your relationships must be 7 years long and you never date.
Read me. Well, I need to obsess over you for 3 or 4 years, so this will never go anywhere, and I'll never actually be a girlfriend to you, but I'll consider this a significant relationship in my life. You probably right at the beginning told me that you don't want a relationship, but I chose to ignore that because I was like, yeah, you say you don't want a relationship, but you don't really know me that well yet, and once you know me that well, you're obviously gonna fall in love with me.
Oh my god. That's some, like, Pisces moon energy for real, too.
Well, guess what my moon's in? It's in Pisces.
Well, your moon is mostly like your emotional bullshit. Pisces is like an old soul, but a baby at the same time, you know? Like if a newborn baby was an old soul.
Yeah,
and you're like,
correct.
alright.
You're like, I've been here for a long time and I have wisdom, but I also am crying about things because I'm experiencing them for the first time. It hurts like it's the first time every time.
Yes! That's exactly it! The first cut is the deepest, and luckily every cut is the first. Like, my favorite thing about Pisces is that they just, like, are always drowning in something that they could just be like, boop. Like, it's like really easy to get out of, but they're like, ah!
They're always drowning, and I'm always like, but I have a net, or I could throw my hands in, or I could just jump in with you, and that would be cool. Like, I could just push you up. Are you fine? Yeah. Usually with someone who is like, is outgoing, whatever, but isn't open with everyone, and then I find myself being like the one that gets the closest to them, and I love it.
Yeah.
It never works out, but I love it.
That's something that Cancers and Scorpios have in common, and then here's the difference. Like, you're both like, let me scrape the bottom of, like, every single emotional vulnerability that you have that you've never shared with someone. Tell it to me right now. That's what I want. Give me the trauma. So you know what I mean? Like, and then the difference between Cancer and Scorpio is that if somebody's like, okay, now your turn, a Cancer will be like... Whereas a Scorpio will be like, I'm gonna give you a little bit, and if you tell anyone, I'll kill you. Not only will I kill you,
I will resurrect you, and then I will kill you again.
Exactly. So here's a small amount of emotional vulnerability.
Ooh. If I give like a little bit of myself to someone, and then they do anything that I feel is like a betrayal, it doesn't even have to be them telling someone. It could just be them not giving me the same energy back.
Right. Not giving you the same energy. You're like, I shared my deepest, darkest secret, and they're like, yeah, but I just watched your YouTube where you like also said it to everybody.
Yeah, so. Fair. But I told you in a text message, so it's different. I'm giving you my attention, so don't fuck it up. They usually fuck it up. Spoiler alert. And then I go through a phase of like, well, maybe I should just block them on everything.
Oh,
Like, they didn't
yeah.
do anything bad. I'm just like, I just don't want to know them. And then 3 days later, I regret that. I think, oh my God, no, I can't. Why did I block them on everything?
Yeah, and then you sign into a different account and look at their stuff from 6 different accounts.
Look at everyone they might be fucking and that they have fucked, and I just need to know where you are. I just need to know what is happening. I need to have eyes on the ground. I also desperately need them to see that I'm living an incredible life without them and find all of the subtweets. And know that they're about them and feel guilty enough to the point that they love me again.
Right.
Right?
That's how it works.
It never works. It never works.
What is your Mercury, do you know? Well, Mercury is how you communicate.
Mercury, Sagittarius.
Nice. Sagittarius basically talk too much. You don't share because you want to be sharing. You share because you're like, now you go.
I gave you something, now give me something back.
You're like, look what I've experienced, everyone. And then like 30 people are like, I've experienced the same thing. Thank you so much. Here's my
I love
story.
that.
And you're like, you love secrets?
I love secrets. I love just knowing everything, and I don't need to tell anyone.
Yeah.
I just want to know it for myself.
Yeah, you keep that secret.
I do.
That's good.
I do. Mostly because I have a horrible memory, so I forget them.
Well, so I was about to say, is your Venus in Scorpio? I literally almost said that out of my mouth. Hot.
What does that mean?
There's so much water in your chart.
I'm drowning.
I don't know like the specific details of Venus in Scorpio, but when you said you really like having secrets, I mean, Scorpio is a very possessive sign, and Venus is kind of like love, relationship, sex, sort of. To me, it's like the divine feminine. So when you think about like the traits that are associated with femininity, like, I don't know, whatever. Whatever. It's like science is for boys and laughing is for girls.
You know what I mean? It used to be.
I would say your Venus in Scorpio is the reason that you love having people's secrets.
Okay.
Because you're like, I have something that no one else has, and I have control over the fact that I get to keep it.
It does get my dick hard, you're correct.
Yeah. Venus in Scorpio is more likely to be a monogamous person, probably.
Interesting. Okay. Damn.
Like a Venus in Scorpio is more like possessive, this is mine. I mean, maybe you could be polyamorous, but probably your partner's couldn't be. Or just like you love having group sex with like your monogamous partner. Oh, Mars in Libra. Ooh, I like that.
Is that good?
Well, I'm a Libra, so
Okay. Well.
everything that's Libra is good. Well, there are a lot of bad things about Libra.
Okay.
I'll be honest with you. We're indecisive, we're flaky, we always think we're right. But we're indecisive because we can see the benefits of everything. We're flaky because we understand that you only know how you feel in the moment. We think we're always right because we are.
Wow.
Mars is a little bit, it's like, I think they call it the planet of sex and aggression, but to me it's kind of like how you like move through the world. And I think that's because that's how my girlfriend originally described it to me, like what is your like physical relationship with everything.
Okay.
So a Mars in Libra would be like someone who just like looks fucking great, like looks very elegant and like they know what they're doing, even if it's like
I have no idea what I do.
no idea. But everyone's like, you look phenomenal, like how long did you put this together? And you're like, LOL, it was on my floor. Are there any like, when you saw Stevie's video, you were basically just like, I want to be made fun of?
I mean, I just wanted to hang out, really.
Here's the thing about astrology. You read the little things, you're like, wow, I really identify with that. And then you can either be like, I identify with that. Sorry, guys, that's just how I am. Or you can be like, I identify with that, so maybe I'll like think before I speak. You can use it as a tool. I wish I was just sitting here and having you talk about your own sign.
It's like a horoscope therapy session.
It is a horoscope therapy session.
I'm very self-aware of how I am. I just don't change it. Why do Scorpios get such a bad rap, though?
Scorpio is the most, like, vengeful sign. Like, like, if you get fucked over as a Scorpio, you're like, how do I make them pay? Or how do I make everyone who would ever respect them not respect them ahead of time?
How do I let everyone know that you were a piece of shit to me, and so they shouldn't trust you?
And so they
before
shouldn't
they
trust
even get
you.
there.
Yeah, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Some people deserve that, I'll be honest with you.
True.
But I think that when you have a lot of that energy in you, it can get misplaced. You can not show up to work for like 4 days in a row and then get fired and be like, that establishment. I also think people are really afraid of like extremely passionate people because we are in a society that's like, go to work, pay your rent, and then be passionate later. So I think that freaks people out.
I'm not good at being unhappy in a situation and not being very obvious about being unhappy in a situation.
When you're at like a family barbecue and you're like, Your mom is like, will you?
Yeah.
So I think that pisses people off.
Yeah, I'll hug people that I don't like or whatever, but I won't stay in the conversation for very long.
The other day we were at a thing where we both had to talk to somebody we didn't want to be talking to. I was like being polite to them, and within earshot, you were like, oh my god, did you talk to that guy? He's so annoying. And I was like, he's right there.
This is my most Scorpio moment out of all of them.
Okay.
I mean, there's been many.
Right.
Me and my friend Ari were hanging out. We were like at an event. We were chilling in a hotel room, and I'm laying there. We're hanging out. And the first thing that I said when she came over was, I think my biggest fear is dying on a day where I'm doing things I don't want to do.
Stop it.
Ari's like, what the fuck are you talking? Like, what? That's so deep. That's so much. And it was just like, I said it, and I said, I've never said that out loud before. Oh. I've never even realized I thought that. It just happened. And I just needed to put it out there. There you go. Merry Christmas. This is for you now.
Your rising sign is like how you appear to people, and your rising is Cancer. And
yes.
Cancers are very much like, I have emotions, but I don't really care about them. Here you are. Like, you're like, my biggest fear is dying while I'm not doing anything.
I didn't know that was my biggest fear. I thought my biggest fear was like oceans.
I feel like everyone's biggest fear is like losing the people they love or whatever, but it has to be like People are like Scorpios, they're so sexual, but really what it is they just like know what they like, and that's what they want. That is what they want. And I like it when people know what they want.
Yes.
And the other thing I love about Scorpios is that they will love you until the end of time. They will love you. They will be loyal to you.
Even if you don't even talk to them anymore.
Even if you don't speak to them.
Even if you're not with it. You could be married. And they're still like, but I'm loyal to you. I'm not sleeping with anyone else. Or if I am, I don't love them the way that I did to you.
We were in the other room 5 minutes ago. We were talking about Margot. And Meghan looked at Margot and was like, I'm never going to love any dogs as much as I love you. I might find a dog, but I'm never gonna love them as much as I love you.
Capricorns are always in my life.
Really?
I feel like all of my best friends, for the most part, have been like Capricorns.
Wow, that's cute.
They're really cute.
Yeah, they are cute.
And I feel like they're just like they're much more structured and focused than I am in certain areas.
Yeah.
And not as emotional.
Yeah.
So I get to fill the void.
Oh yeah, and getting a Capricorn to open up to you is like, whew, that's like gold.
I worked 6 years to get this motherfucker to open up to me in a podcast. I'm just doing it until Keith finally admits that I'm his best friend and not one of his best friends.
Oh,
I just need him to admit it to the world.
Yeah.
Because he won't. And I'm like, I know I need to be the best. I know you have other friends. The best one, though.
What would you do if he was like, you're my second best friend?
I would stop talking to him. There is no second best.
So what do you do? Are you like, yeah, well, I'm your best friend, so blah, 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 and he doesn't respond? Or like, how does it go?
Well, mostly he fucks with me. So I say, well, I'll tell him he's my best friend. And then I'll say... I hate that now I know more about this. So I'm like, oh, I'm seeing a pattern. I tell him that he's my best friend and that I love him and I couldn't live without him. And then I wait for him to give that to me. And then what he usually does is he says... Beebs, you're one of my best friends, and I get very angry, and I point out all the reasons why I'm his actual best friend, and I just need him to say it. I just need him to say it out loud. And then occasionally he'll throw it to me. He'll say, you're my best friend, and I'm like, wait, hold on, tell the internet, because I need them to know too. I'm his best friend, though. Wow. He might not say it, but he knows it. And I'm all of your best friends. Where can they find you, BB?
Instagram.com/BoyGodKing. And I have a gender-neutral clothing brand, and I just designed swimwear that we're about to, like, promote or whatever, announce next week. So
dope.
A bunch of new stuff coming, yeah. Radimo is the name of it, Radimo. Find me on Instagram. Instagram's, like, that's, like, mainly where I hang out.
I don't know how to end this. I guess we're just gonna... Okay.
Well, we ended it 20 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah, we did, but then we kept talking because we're in love. Okay, bye!
Bye. Here's the proof that you love emotional intimacy and just want to be desired.
Okay.
Are you gay?
So far, so straight.
Did you say yes to going on a date with Stevie?
I did.
Okay, well.
All right. Who wouldn't say yes to a date with Stevie? I'm not. Hello. I have eyes. Hello. Is this a coming out video?
That has to be the title.